re-explain the podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
And if you just want to introduce yourself, that'd be great. So this is my podcast, Socks On or Off. Basically, this podcast is me interviewing individuals whom I know or other people that I don't know, ask them series of questions, either about themselves or just interesting topics. So if you just want to introduce yourself.
How do you want me to introduce myself?
Your name?
My name?
Yeah.
I'm Jess.
Yeah, Jess. Have you ever watched New Girl?
Yes.
No, I watched it like 3 times. I love it. I'm
The
like,
funny thing about that, my last job, one of my friends, anytime like one of us was in the kitchen, the other was on the opposite side, he would sing that.
really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So.
Oh, my favorite one is it was like the second to the last video or the episode or the last episode, and she was like, "Who's that girl?" I was like, "Your favorite Miss Jess," and I laughed so hard. Oh, I was just like, it's hilarious.
Oh yeah. No,
But-
I love that show.
Yeah, like it was flawless.
Yeah.
I'm very upset that is gone.
Yeah, but it's just as funny rewatching it however
Mhm.
many times. Like, it's my favorite.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like I want to get a tattoo that says "Gave me cookie, got you cookie,"
Yeah.
and nobody understands it. But I'm just like, if you give somebody something, expect the same thing in return.
But hey, it's your tattoo, and that's all. That's
Right.
all that matters. You know, as long as you know what it is.
Man, that's very interesting. Now I like you more as a person because you like that show.
Yeah.
Right? Oh man, yeah, I just finished it and I was very bummed out about it.
Oh, you just finished it?
Like for the 3rd time.
Oh,
But you know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, since we have that in common, that's gonna make this podcast go a lot smoother.
I watch many different shows, so.
Really?
Mm.
Oh, what is your favorite?
That's a hard one. It's like asking, you know, what's your favorite band?
Yeah, I don't listen to rock, but I would say Coldplay.
Well, I know. I'm just like it's hard to. I don't know. For me, it's hard to say. I can't pick like the top favorite. I'd have to go through genres.
Right.
You know. I guess recently.
Yeah, what is the most recent you've watched?
The most recent of my favorites is I've been rewatching Dexter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're coming out with a new season.
See, I saw it on like a commercial, I think it is, and it looks good, but I just never got around to it. I think my biggest thing is starting TV shows.
Yeah.
Because then you gotta do the whole introduction, and then you just gotta, the build up is what I really don't mind.
Yeah.
You know, I just want action the first episode. Like, make it seem like I already know these people.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I mean, there are some good shows like that out there.
Really? Well, yeah, well, I mean, I just started watching this anime Baki,
Uh-huh.
and the first episode was like so many fights, and I was like, this is something I can get behind. And then another one, I watched Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
fell in love with it. I don't know how I'm surviving without it. But like the first episode, didn't someone get pushed out of a tower?
Yeah, okay, so that's the only episode that I've seen. I'm one of the far and few in between that has not seen Game of Thrones.
Oh shit, you agreed with me, like you saw it, and I was just like, yeah, we're gonna be best buds.
Well, I'm really excited to watch it for some reason I have not gotten around to watch it.
Oh man. You are in just for a lot of a lot.
And I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Because I had people like tell me, oh, this is a great TV show. And I was like, no, it's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
And then just years later, I see it at Walmart and they have the collection for $150. I said, well, it looked like the gods don't want me to watch this. And then I got like Prime Video or something. Or was it HBO? It was HBO, yeah. It was HBO and it had it on there, so I was like, I'm gonna watch this. And like a month later, I wanted to join the army
Yeah.
and fight for the king. But it was really good. But speaking of Game of Thrones and what we were talking about earlier with the parallel universes, do you think somewhere in the parallel universes you're like a I don't know, a captain of an army or
I
something?
mean, for sure, because I feel like there's infinite amounts, you know.
Right. And sometimes I just be thinking like, how specific are these changes?
Yeah.
Right? It's like I know. What was I gonna say? Is someone else or another me the same looking, but like one of my fingers are longer than the other?
Yeah, I know.
Like, how specific is it?
I feel the same exact way.
Oh.
And I think about that. I'll just be driving and I'll randomly think about that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if there's, a universe out there where I, just got hit or something.
Yeah.
Just got into an accident.
Sometimes I wonder, like, what would I look like if I was white?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
would I be the same name? Or would I have the same name? Guys, we've been, we wasn't smoking, but we were smoking before this. So if it sounds pretty off, I blame Jess.
Well.
Because,
I blame Shane. I don't know the strains we mixed together.
I don't know, maybe creativity and love.
I mean, I enjoy it, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. But yeah, and then I want to think, like, if we all, like, do you believe there's, like, infinity or, like, 1 through 12 or 1 through 100 different universes? Or do you think there's just countless?
I think.
Because where are they at?
I
That's
know.
the thing.
I know. This is what I think of late at night. No,
Right.
not just late at night. I think about this shit all the time.
Yeah, I'm weighing out weed and I'm just like, I wonder if his other person don't smoke weed. I wonder if he's like a vegan or something. Somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where it starts getting tricky.
Right.
But okay, so what's exciting? I have to look up the name of this telescope really quick.
Yeah, look at the telescope. I'll talk to you while talking to them, I guess. So telescope. Okay, this may sound weird, but I think like the moon and the earth are closer than what people want you to believe. Because how can I take a telescope, right, and be that close to the moon, but I can't do the same if I'm just looking, like.
I mean, that's
It's just very close.
That's out of my range of knowledge.
Right? Because they want to say it's like millions of miles away, but a telescope can put you basically on the face of the moon.
Right.
They're lying. They're conspiracy theorists. I think I am telling the truth. Okay. Don't quote me, kids.
The James Webb Space Telescope. Have you heard about what they're doing with that?
No.
Oh my god. So pretty soon, this fucking telescope we're hoping, going to be able to see light past the Big Bang. Like, see if there was light or not before the Big Bang.
Do you believe in the Big Bang? Because to me, it makes more sense that it was already here than like just out of nowhere. It's like, I'm gonna fuck shit up today.
Right.
And just make everything.
Right.
Because I don't know. If it was here before, like, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
But have you ever thought if nothing ever existed? Because people would be like, it would be black. How would you wouldn't know it's black because black wouldn't exist.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I know. The actual Big Bang theory, I don't know. I've always thought that maybe, but it's in the categories of, oh god, what am I trying to say?
Possibilities?
I guess so. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, believing in a religion. Because it is something that is so far from our knowledge.
Right.
But what's crazy, like, that's always how I've thought. So with this telescope being worked on, like, it's happening super soon.
Right.
To be able to know, like, that's something got to know that I felt like we'd never be able to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
What
fucking
a time to
exciting
be
me.
alive, right?
I know.
What a time to be alive.
Like that's.
And have you? Sorry, go ahead. I just got very excited about this.
No, you're good. I just said it. It's exciting.
The thing is, it's like, oh, that's going back to destiny. Is to me, it's like maybe it's planned out because like, how are you born? The specific time that you were, meet the specific people who were probably born 5 years before you or 2 years after you, and you meet them just like randomly.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
I know.
Oh, I don't understand it. Like, why wasn't I not born earlier
Yeah.
or later in life?
It's also what's crazy, like knowing how we live. You know, like what we're doing right now. We're at work. You know, just chilling and talking.
Right.
But think about, you know, go to the opposite side of the earth right now. Go to, you know, whatever other country. There's so many different countries that don't have this possibility.
Right, that's
And it's
crazy.
Like, how am I here?
Well, the thing is, I don't understand why it's still a thing. Like, why are people still poor?
I know.
People make enough money to just give people money so they are not hungry. I just don't I don't understand it. But I guess because I don't have that much. I don't know. Because like I've given $1 to a homeless person and then I had $0.
Yeah.
So what? Like if you gave everybody $1,000,000 and you have billions of dollars, it's like giving them $1. You will be fine.
I know. Well, and I think this mentality has become so popular, like in our generation, and older generations think that, you know, our generation is leaning towards, you know, like communism because of that way of thinking. I don't know. That's my thoughts on that.
I don't like when older people tell me that, and I hate being called a millennial. I'm a year or two after them, so I am technically not a millennial. I'm
How
just
old are you?
23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like a couple years, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
But again, it's like they were saying all this technology and it's ruining the kids' brains. Well, it's your generation making them.
I know, right?
It's like you make the iPads and they'd be like, look what it's doing to them.
Well, and what's bad about that is it's doing such amazing things at the same time because there's like this generation and generations, you know, behind us have all of that knowledge at their fingertips, you know,
Yeah.
so easily.
Yeah, and people will say, well, I had to go to the encyclopedia. That's why a lot of you guys wasn't smart. Because who wants to go to an encyclopedia? Like, it's easy to be like, hey Siri. Okay, I was making sure I didn't. Yeah, anyway. It's just easy to do that, and everybody's smart now.
Yeah, but there, and like, what is the difference between, oh, I had to go find the book, open the book, okay, well, guess what, I'm learning more because I'm not wasting my time.
Right. Well, because the thing is, if you search, you know, because I feel like phones make you smarter. Because you have to type in the word. If you don't know the word, you will physically see it in the autocorrect, memorize it, and then in the future, you will be able to learn how to write it.
Right.
Instead of not knowing how to spell it and look for it in the dictionary, and you just been saying this word wrong all the time. Like silent words. Who puts silent words in words? Like, oh, what's a good one? Comb? Yeah. Don't comb have a B in it?
Oh, silent letters and words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did I say?
Silent words and words. I was confused.
Oh my goodness. Silent words and words.
I was like, wait.
Yeah. See, I said the whole sentence. It was just silent. It makes perfect sense. Right, but I just. Yeah. Have you seen the Cat Williams skit? And he was like, I was in elementary school and my teacher asked me to spell spoon, so I sounded it out like my mama told me, and I spelled it. I'm not going to attempt to spell spoon because I'm high at the moment. But he spelled spoon. And then his teacher was like, good job. Now, can you spell knife? He was like, I sounded it out again. And I spelled it. Whatever he said. I'm hot again. And she was like, no, that is wrong. He was like, how? He was like, it's Knife. He was like, no, bitch, that's knife. He was like, shut up before I cut you with a spoon. And I died. It was like, why are they there? I just don't understand them.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And then, spell out the word silent. Is the S silent or the C silent? And the word is silent. Or secret. It's one of those. It's SCE something.
Scent?
Scent. I think it's scent. I think it is scent.
SCENT?
Yeah. Which letter is silent? Because they both can make an S sound.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right? It's things you think about that no. Speaking of things you think about, I was at my grandmother's the other day, and my uncle was like, "What if?" Or I guess he heard it somewhere, and he was like, "So okay, so let me give you backstory. So I'm half white, so I hang out with my mom's side of the family more, and he's very country. He was like, Julian, what if the black sky is just like a sheet of paper and the stars are just holes punched in the paper and there's light on the outside? I swear I damn near had to be institutionalized because that blew my mind. I was like, you sure in the hell is right. When I'm with my white family, I have an accent. But I was like, you gosh darn right. It blew my mind. I didn't know what was real no more.
Yeah.
I was like, just one day the monster's gonna just rip it. Or fuck, what if that's what the sun is? He's like, alright, and just lifts the veil.
Yeah. I mean, it is a big fiery star.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least we know it's not a light through sheet of paper.
That'd be cool
That
though.
should give some hope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because what if the monster puts it underneath the. It don't matter.
No,
It's not
I what you're
important.
saying.
Fuck, it is not important. I am not gonna get. I am not gonna get upset over this question. I promised myself I would not.
Well, okay, and so let me ask you a question. Do you believe in other life? Like aliens and...
Okay. Yes, but I'm kind of an odd person. So I believe in the Bible, right? I don't call myself a Christian because they suck. But I believe in the Bible. And I think if it would make sense, right? If the bad guys or the demons, so to say, if they pretend to be aliens and just trick people, that would make so much sense. Because like green guys with big eyes, that's dope. Like I want to hang out with the alien. Speaking of aliens, did you see the Area 51 memes?
Yes.
Oh man, that was just the best time in the pandemic. Anyway, that's off subject, but that was just like, why not? You know, I would.
I have a lot of things.
Oh, cause I want to hear these things.
To think about aliens. I 1000% believe in many, many, many other different lives out there.
Oh, that's scary. It's scary to me. Yeah, well, not like it's scary because it's like, oh, I already feel insignificant as it is. I don't want to feel like I'm just a speck in this big ball of nothingness.
Well, okay, so it doesn't have to be a big ball of nothingness, you know, like who. Okay, look at long, long ago, whenever cavemen were around.
Yeah.
Look how far we've progressed
Of course.
and evolved.
See, okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I just thought of something.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. It was a good question, so I'll hold on to it.
Imagine, how we're going to be years and years and years from now. Are we going to be able to have, civil communications and relationships with those other lives?
Right.
Like, are we going to be able to grow ourselves, or are we just going to stay here and,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck, I forgot my question. I told you I was gonna put it in my back
Sorry.
pocket, but I washed the pants. So the question is ruined. No, I don't know. Like, is there toad people? Toad people? Because I mean, I guess why not? Anyway,
Well, it's
to
like
me,
reptilians.
yeah, probably. But this is what I was gonna say. How? Like, why wasn't people able to do what they do now back then? Because it's always been here.
Well,
It's just, I guess you got to learn that it's here, but it's like, how far in technology can you go? Because, I mean, every year there's a new iPhone, every year there's a new computer. What else can you do? Like, shouldn't everything just be done by now?
well, okay, you gotta think. The Earth wasn't always here. The Earth was, you know, created by collision, all that stuff. However,
Do you think there's?
no, go on.
Have you watched Dragon Ball Z?
Not the
Oh. Okay, so let me. What if all the planets, right, was a part of a bigger planet, right? And like you said, it just hit something, and then all the little planets just became. Or have you seen Naruto?
Yeah.
Okay, the 10 tails, and then how it made all the other 9 tailed pieces.
Yeah.
What if it was like that?
And it could be.
And the sun is the main planet. It can't bring it in anymore, so it just revolves around it.
Well, damn, I lost my train of thought.
Oh man.
Hang on. This is what happens whenever I smoke something that I don't know what it is.
Could never be a conductor on a train. You would lose the whole train.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying.
Oh man.
So we're gonna continue on that subject, but maybe it'll pop up later.
Hopefully, because I'm very interested. I think you were talking about the Big Bang and the collision and aliens.
Oh, okay.
Do you think aliens like tacos?
Well, and what's crazy too is aliens have been, created in Hollywood and everything, like the image of aliens. I love what Neil deGrasse Tyson has said. Somebody asked him what he, like, the closest Hollywood created alien, what he thinks is the closest to what an actual alien looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And he said the Blob.
The Blob?
The Blob.
The fish?
No, like, have you ever seen the movie The Blob, the old movie? Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, yeah, you said that with so much confidence. The Blob. Damn, I was born in '98. What is the Blob?
Well, I mean, I was born in '95. We're not that far apart.
Yeah, 3 years could be a lot.
Well, that's an old movie. It's also remade. It's just like this gigantic alien blob. And the reason that he said that was because, why do we think that other life is going to have our same characteristics? They live on some completely different planet with other, different kind of atmosphere, everything like that. They're not going to look the same as them.
Yeah, but to some extent, they have to have characteristics in order to thrive, right? Like, I would assume you would have to have hands and feet to at least move around, hunt, or grab certain things like that.
Yeah.
And everything needs to breathe, right? Well, maybe not. That's crazy. Have you ever thought about not breathing? Like, because I was watching, huh?
Like a fish.
Yeah. What do? They don't breathe.
Well, they have gills where the water, it's like breathing for them, like Water goes through their gills and
Right, but it's like, do they do it on purpose? Because sometimes we don't understand we're breathing until we think about we're breathing until we think about breathing.
yeah.
Like you're thinking about breathing now, and then it's like you didn't 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was watching Twilight, and Bella got bit, and they were like, "Move your shoulders so it looked like you're breathing." Why are you not breathing? I don't understand what that feels like, not being able to breathe.
Right.
That's crazy.
Well, no, I mean, it's something that we've always done.
Yeah. That's why I think there's like more to life. Just how specific everything is. Like when you come out as a baby, how do you know to breathe?
Right.
Or how do you know that you need food?
Mm-hmm. Because whenever you're in the womb, you know, you were just automatically fed.
Yeah, and you didn't have to breathe.
Which, okay, have you ever watched the movie The Abyss?
No, sorry, I just thought of something.
No, you're
and
good.
it blew my mind.
I'll make this really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, take your time.
They have this different way of breathing. Like they create a different way of breathing in The Abyss. It's about being in a submarine in the ocean. Of course, where else is a submarine gonna be? But
Is a blimp just a submarine in the air?
I mean, yeah.
Folks, we are just experiencing such. I don't know. I was trying to be smart and use a big word. I need an encyclopedia. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The other way of breathing resembles how we would breathe in the womb, and you're breathing in a liquid. You need to watch that.
And it filters out.
It doesn't filter.
Word.
Yeah, because whenever we're in the womb, you know, you are breathing in liquid.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How you not drown? See, that's crazy.
That's what we're created in. That's like being in an egg. That's like a chicken and an egg.
Right. But what makes right when you come out and go, your body's like, ew, liquid. I will definitely not enjoy this.
Yeah. I know.
So have you seen The Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
What if when we are in the womb, right, we are still plugged up to the Matrix, and when we come out, instead of the back of the head, it's through our belly button, and cutting the umbilical cord separates you from the Matrix. Or you just think we're still asleep. Either way.
Asleep in the womb?
Or like in the Matrix, how they were still plugged in.
Oh,
Yeah. Because that'd be dope. Because like you have to separate, but then no, I don't know. I thought I was going somewhere, but it didn't make sense after a while.
Well, I mean, you have to keep thinking. You know, it's kind of like, oh my God, sorry. An infinite amount of times that it has to repeat and repeat and repeat. You have to go back and back and back and try and figure out where the fuck did the Matrix come from? Like, where is the Matrix?
Yeah.
You know, if you're, like, with that thought, if you're in the Matrix in the womb, and then you come out, I mean, where are you?
Yeah. Okay, this may sound really weird, but have you ever thought if other people were real? Like, people are driving in a car, and I'm just like, I didn't see them physically. Are they actually in that car?
Yeah.
Or if I'm driving and people are like pulled up next to me at the stoplight, or somebody's driving past, where were you guys at when I wasn't here?
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds that we met here at the city? I just don't understand it. Like you said, on the other side of the world, people are awake at work. Well, I'm at work.
Well, during the day.
Right, during the day. Like, some kids are at school, just learning. That's crazy.
Well, okay, you ever wonder, okay, I'm very curious about people. I love talking to people. I like knowing their beliefs and just their view on life.
Hmm?
Not to judge, I don't judge. I just need to know, like, I'm so curious of a person because I need, it's almost like it stems from I need to know what my intellectual level is compared to others.
Mm. You want to see if you're smarter than me, is that it?
No, that's
She wants to know if I'm dumb.
No, I've always, like, whenever I was little, I shit you not, whenever I was little, like, in elementary school, I always wondered, I was like, am I just, like, a very stupid person and I have no clue?
Yeah. Speaking of not knowing, right? Have you ever thought, what if the colors I see is not the colors other people see?
Yeah.
But we were just told that's what it is.
That is a very, very, very popular thought in my brain.
Because like,
Same with sounds.
yeah, like Winston from New Girl, right? He was blind the whole time,
Yeah.
and they actually kind of fucked up a couple episodes later because he didn't have his glasses on. He was like, "Ew, why are you wearing that color?"
Yeah.
You don't know what color that is, Winston. Stay in character, sir. Anyway, but yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And I saw this TikTok. I kind of thought about it before TikTok, but I won't take credit for it or nothing. But it's like you can't think of a new color.
Yeah. Well, and then just a few months back, I believe it was just a few months back, I don't remember which college it was. So I feel bad for not giving that information.
That's alright. It's in the encyclopedia.
These people created a new color.
Could you look that up?
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely fight them.
I think it was a purple.
Well,
It's
okay,
just like,
well,
and it can be like the slightest.
yeah, because purple is already purple.
Yeah, but there are different shades.
Of course,
and
of course.
There's so many different shades and lights, and there are shades and lights that we don't know that we've seen.
So it's technically not a new color. It's just a new element of a color, like different characteristics of a color.
A new color to us.
Gotcha.
Because no matter what small tweak, it's still different.
Yeah.
It might be like in the same category, but it's a different color that people have not seen before.
Yeah.
Or the majority of people that have not seen.
Gotcha. Speaking of colors, why, like a black person and a white person, if they have a kid, why is the kid not gray? But because if you have a white crayon and a black crayon, don't you make gray?
No, we're not actually white. That's
I thought about this so hard, but then I thought black coffee and cream makes brown, and it throws me off. I just don't understand.
Oh. It's like brown and pink mixed together rather than black and white.
Brown and pink? Pink's a great color.
I'm like purple, basically. Purple and blue. I'm translucent.
Right. Translucent. That's hilarious.
You just see my veins, and that's my color.
Right. I am blue. I am blue blood.
I'm blue. I am purple. Like whenever I get super cold, you can already kind of start seeing the purple in my skin tone.
Yeah. See, I just get brown and like light brown.
Oh my god! Why can't I find this?
And okay, this is I do comedy as well, and I was trying to make the joke that on why white people tan, but I guess I could. Do you tan? Have you tanned?
I don't go to tanning beds or anything, but sometimes like
at the pool, yeah. Why? Because you know how some people don't like brown people, but they still tan. Why do you want to be brown if you don't like brown? I don't understand it. So my question is, why do white people tan?
Well, some people don't have issues with it.
Julian, some people love everyone equally. No, I was just saying, like, for the people who do, why do you get tan? Like, I worked at Planet Fitness, and all these white people wanted to tan.
That's my best friend.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
why? You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, I can only speak for myself.
Right? What is
So I was always told whenever I was little that, like in ancient Greece, I, you know, pale was considered so beautiful.
this? Really?
And so whenever I was little and I was like, oh, I'm really pale. I was like, okay, that's a boost of confidence,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Because the marble is pale and it looks nice.
well,
I feel you.
and then as I started getting older and, growing into my body, I started realizing that I wasn't the pretty pale. I was translucent. And
I am that color that just houses come with. In the inside. What is it, beige? It doesn't even sound like a nice color.
like, so sometimes if I want to look like a different color other than purple or translucent, then I might get like a fake tan. But I don't actually like go out and tan, because if I try and tan in the sun, I just burn and then turn translucent.
Yeah. I wish black people could like untan for like specific events. Like if I wanted a loan, I could untan for like a week, get a loan. He will never know. Cause I have like a white, semi-white named Julian. Yeah, I could definitely untan and just be Julian, I guess.
I mean, you can get yourself bleached, but that's kind of permanent.
Yeah. See, I like my skin. I love my skin.
Yeah.
But just if I want to move into the suburbs and my neighbors, see me outside, just untan. They will never know. Like when winter comes, because like white people they get tan in the summer. In the summer, why can't we just get pale in the cold? And I noticed it pissed me off. I noticed black people are really not meant for the cold, cause I was cold the other. I was, I was cold the other day. And I'm just like, damn, I don't enjoy this at all. And when it's hot, I'm like, fuck, it's hot. But like my skin just like it doesn't like I feel hot, but I don't feel overwhelmed with heat.
Yeah.
Like with cold, it is to the bone. And white people in Wisconsin will wear shorts and play football and hockey and shit. And I'm just not hockey in Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, I
Really?
mean,
Well, probably like what is the lacrosse? There we go.
my dad's whole side of the family is from Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been to Wisconsin. Oh, I've been to Wisconsin like once.
Really?
Yeah, lacrosse, Wisconsin to be exact.
I love Wisconsin.
Really?
Love it.
Oh.
I haven't been all over, but where my family is from is Elko, Wisconsin, and it's right outside of Milwaukee. Milwaukee, Wausau. Anyways.
Oh, Milwaukee's in Wisconsin?
Mhm.
That's crazy. I really thought it was its own state. For like the Milwaukee Bucks, the basketball team, I thought they were their own people.
Did you really?
Because like you only hear about the Packers.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's just a nasty name, I guess. Like together, it just doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, if you go to like these small towns in Wisconsin, they're so beautiful, and there's
Really?
so many lakes and just so much nature. And
See,
I guess that's what I
sounds
gravitate to.
right. It sounds wonderful, but if I'm not in Tulsa where I grew up, I just feel like everybody's racist. Like even when I go to like when I DoorDash and I went to like Sopolpa, I'd be like, I don't trust you all.
Well, I mean, Julie, you are in Oklahoma.
That is true. That's what I'm saying. Like Wisconsin, isn't Wisconsin in the South?
No.
It's not.
Wisconsin is like next to Canada.
Really?
Wisconsin is north.
Wow. It's not east? I thought it was by like Georgia or something. I was far.
Here, okay. I'm gonna show you a map really quick, but just to go back to our previous conversation about colors, I found the color. It's not purple, it's a blue.
Oh, I love blue.
And it's a gorgeous color.
I want to live in that color.
I know. And it's like, you'd be like, oh, it's very similar to another color.
Because it's like bright but dark.
So yeah, that's new blue.
That is beautiful.
And
see, I love blue, but I don't like navy blue. That's just black.
Yeah.
That is just a light black. That's great. It's north. What was I doing up north?
I mean, I love it. I would love to someday live out in Wisconsin. But what you do have to think about, an obstacle that we don't have to worry about that they do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about white people and black people.
Oh no!
Oklahoma and Wisconsin. I was like, are you black as well? This is see, it's that anti-tan. She anti-tan, got the manager position, and was like, I'm about to fuck them up in a couple weeks when I secure my bag.
Oh no.
That's hilarious. I was about to say she is team dark skin. Team everybody. There you go.
But no.
That's hilarious. Okay. I had to be a little more specific because I was rooting for us. I was like, you damn right. Well, tell me what they don't have to worry about that we do.
Well, my answer would have been hilarious because it's bears.
We don't got bears? Well, we got mountain lions.
Yeah, but it's not as common. I mean, out in Wisconsin, bears are common.
Really?
Yeah, my grandma, she gets black bears on her front porch all the time. Like, she can't have bird feeders on there. If she has a window open with, like, the screen, she has to be careful because she's had a black bear, like, sniffing her screen before.
I would have flicked him in the nose. Give me my porridge. I would have been very upset with that bear.
And it's like we don't really have those encounters very often.
Yeah,
with,
but
like, mountain lions.
But we have crackheads, so I don't. I would take black bears, the crackheads, because at least a black bear either will steal your food or take your life. A crackhead will steal everything you own. You like, he took the thumbtacks? The fucking thumbtacks.
Oh my god, that's great.
He took the ice tray. I bet you it's melted by now. The fucking ice tray. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because we did. Okay. Yeah, we went up through Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and then Wisconsin. That makes sense. Wow. I think I want to say I thought I knew that, but I guess I just didn't.
It could also just be
No, I'm just dumb. Anyway. But I appreciate you, being nice to me. She's team everybody. That's hilarious. I love the question that people ask. Would you rather go in the past or the future? And I was like, I wouldn't choose the past. I would definitely.
Well,
was there a time when nobody was racist?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Because like people are just ugly sometimes.
Yeah.
Not like there's some ugly people, but it's like, did they really hate them deeper than just you ugly? Instead of like, oh, you look this. I don't know. I think I'm going somewhere with this. I thought I was like very confident that I was going to say something very like theological. Is that a word?
Well, okay, so you can go as far back in time as you want, you know.
Right.
Whenever.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I mean.
Fuck! Why would you said that? I was like, is there a beginning?
Well,
because if there was a beginning, what was before the beginning? Because technically that was the beginning. I don't know.
The beginning of, human life, the beginning of Earth, the beginning of the universe, the beginning of universes beyond our universe.
See, that's why I couldn't watch The Truman Show. The Truman Show flipped me. If I was Truman, I would just be punching people because I don't know who's real anymore. And then I started thinking, like, Julian, if I was a part of The Truman Show, I've done some very, very inappropriate things in my life. I don't know if it's censored or if they know me well enough, but I think if I find out this was The Truman Show, I think I'd be arrested if I go to the real world.
I've thought those things before as well, because the Truman Show really messed up my mind whenever I was a kid.
It did. Because, like, if you think about it, people said the world's round, right?
Mm-hmm.
But could it really be round? In the sense of, like, there's not more that they just don't want us to know because either it's like, you know how people say, oh, people go missing in the Bermuda Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
What if that's just like a different, like a Jurassic Park type place?
Mm-hmm.
The dinosaurs just didn't die, they just moved them over there.
Yeah.
Or like there's like reptilian people,
mm-hmm.
and they just made a contract that they stay over there. And sometimes they just be pulling up in the UFOs, and they just go. Sometimes I want to live in a state that I can see a UFO because they'd be like New Mexico, Iowa, and I'm just like, no, Oklahoma, well, y'all don't want to visit us. We have crops. You can do crop circles.
Yes.
Speaking of aliens, what would you do if you just walking and you saw someone being attacked by a ghost in their house?
By a ghost?
Yeah.
Well, how would you know if it was a ghost?
Well, because they got slammed out of nowhere and you didn't see who's. Like, I'm thinking full paranormal activity slamming. I didn't see it. I'm just gonna have to keep walking because how am I gonna help that?
Yeah.
It's not me. I'm glad it's not me. I'm just over there. He has a camera. He's flying this way, that way. I'll see it when the footage drops. I am not saving that man at all.
Okay, but what if it happened like right in front of you? Like, what if I were to just be like slammed up against the fucking wall?
You know what's crazy? I would leave. Because obviously, if it wanted to, it could have slammed both of us.
Yeah.
But it chose you. Destiny. That's all I'm saying. It ties all the way from aliens to humans. It ties back to ghost and destiny.
Oh my god, man! I think that's a great way to end it.
That is a great way to end it.
That just brought it all for full circle.
Destiny, we will find you and we will ask you questions.
I don't know if we were even talking about destiny on this, but we were before this, like literally 2 seconds before this.
You know, Destiny had childs, and they were brown. They were not gray. But thank you for being on my podcast. It's normally a better setup, but I just enjoyed the conversation that we were having.
Oh, it's a comfortable setup. I mean,
it is, and if you're ever bored, we can do this, I guess.
I know, for sure. I mean,
I don't be doing shit. My son just be looking at me, and I look at him, and we agree not to do anything. I lied. He is very hyper.
Is he?
Yeah, and I just reminded myself I have to go to Walmart when I get off to go get him diapers. Anyway, Destiny and Ghost. What would you do if you saw someone getting attacked by a ghost? Because I definitely will not be here anymore. I've seen too many paranormal activities.
Oh, yeah.
Why are ghosts so strong? Next time. Bye, everyone.
We will have another episode.